What's going on, everybody? Welcome to BMT coming at you again. This is a Saturday live. You know, I definitely, there were so many things that were banging out, so many things that were coming out. I had to go ahead and do this one. But if you're going to come on in, like the video, subscribe to the video, or dislike the video, whatever you feel. This is a Saturday night. We're going to be doing open panel. We're going to definitely be doing open talk. A lot of things have been going down and happening underway. And I definitely want to get at it. I know a lot of people say, well, listen, I will get to the Derek Jackson situation later. I mean, honestly, I can talk about that. But definitely, I want to have this one about, I'm not about to do, listen, I ain't about to be on here for like goddamn 14 to 75 hours or some crazy stunts and stuff. No, I have these, listen, I get compensated for my time, then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I want to hit up on some stuff. I want to bring awareness, and I want to get out. That's it. I want to get out. Thank God I multi-stream. I don't just do one stream. I want to multi-stream. I don't listen. I can only talk to people for so doggone long. Then I gotta go. I'm going. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. All right, so there we go. Now that I have that out there, and I'm glad I did, and I had to get it out there, because you gotta sometimes put out your own energy and put out your own stuff. What's going on, Sheila? What's up? So literally, yeah, there's a lot of things that have happened, a lot of things that went underway, and I want to be at the forefront and get it off my chest. There's just a lot. There's just so much stuff. Um, I got in trouble because I don't put the same energy into my panels as I should. But that's okay. That's okay. There's a lot of things that are going on. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. I want this to be open towards everybody. So, if you are somebody who is triggered, or you're somebody who is white, black, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, poly, if you're gay, if you're lesbian, if you're trans, whatever you are, I'm opening this. The panels are open. It's an open game. As long as you come up here respectfully, as long as you can be able to have the discernment to have the conversation. Yeah, I'm definitely here. I don't got time for the bigotry. I don't got time for the narratives. I don't got time for all these little talking point. I want to do what I want to do for me. And so I'm definitely here for that one. If you're gonna come up here and talk to me about some stuff, you better be able to back it up with some facts. I don't give a damn about you. I will drag you. I'm letting people know that now. If you come up on my panels and y'all say some stupid stuff, I'm gonna drag you. Okay, you're fair game. You're fair game. I gotta make sure I share and drop the link towards my brother Mo, and as well as get it out there. Shout out to Maurice Delk. I know his channel took a hit. That's the social media guys. They are a bunch of pricks, and they'll keep their foot on your neck. They do. You know what I'm saying? But I lost. Oh yeah. And if y'all come up here, please have your mics. Get your mics right. Get your mics right. I'm sorry. All that money a lot of y'all be claiming y'all be making, you need to go get your mics right. You can easily go to Best Buy. You can get yourself a nice mic like I have right here, for literally like $100, like 112, 30. I think this one is $150. It's a really good one. I do like it. I don't have to be all up. I don't have to do all up on it. I can literally say what I want to say. Have a clear, concise thought. You can actually go get yourself a nice, also shout out to the YouTube lighting. You can go to Walmart and get this stuff. Like, I can literally help price y'all some very affordable things, so that way you can do some proper streaming. As you already know, yes, I'm not in my normal setting. I understand that everybody always asks me that. What happened to your setup? It's there. It's just that it's occupied. That space was taken up, so I just said, hell with it. I will make me a miniature space. So I grab me a gaming laptop. I grab me a 1080p camera with a mic. Also grab me a gaming slash podcast mic that they sell at Best Buy for an incredible price. I got tired of getting Blue Yetis. I got plenty of them, but Blue Yetis just doesn't hit that sweet spot like it. And also grab me a light. Sometimes people like to use natural lighting, but actually the lightings that are more so the circular lightings are more so built for reflection. So you guys, you definitely need to up your game when it comes to that. Let me make sure I drop the link. And listen, I'm not here to hear about Wakanda, all the other stuff. I'm here to just talk about stuff. I'm here to get over and get at a lot of things that are happening. Don't drop your channels in my chat without my permission unless you are affiliated with BMT. If you're not affiliated with BMT or you're not under our guise of our premise of our rules or regulations, don't drop your stuff in our chats no more. I will ban you. I will ban you if you drop your stuff or advertise your stuff without our permission. I've been having people been trying to do that lately. I'm getting tired of doing it. I am so tired of that. The people who do that, they pay their dues. They actually contribute. We actually have set of legal stuff that I actually set up with them. Don't share your shit without my permission or any of our permission. Other BMT members, how they run it, that's how they do it. Just like other BBN members, how they run their stuff, that's how they do it. Shout out to Black Exodus, or how some people from different sectors like the Manosphere or different other stuff, how they run it, that's on them. But how BMT runs it, I run my stuff like a whole legit business. And I actually am proud of my business. I built this for 5 years and I'm going to keep on running it. So now that all of that's out of the way, let me go ahead and share it. Let me go ahead and drop that. We're going to drop that. Shout out to BK. Shout out to the Black Men's Congregation. Black Men's Congregation has been going strong for at least about 4 years, 4 years strong, and literally is doing an amazing job. Shout out to the new member who just now joined and was brought onto BBN. We look for great things to happen for her, but we have a lot of stuff that's going to be going down the pipe. If you would like content done here on BBN or BMT, or other affiliated channels, all you have to do is email us. Just email us at the email down below. That's one of the ways you can get in contact with us. I believe other affiliates, they have emails. Yes, they do. But I know the quickest way to get in contact with us is usually, I'm not going to say I'm a gatekeeper. Am I one? But anyway, email me. Email me at blackbrother123@gmail.com. Hey, I can definitely make sure that you get to where you need to go or get done what you need to get done there below. See, there you have it right there below, right there. See, I forgot you got to start from the opposite side. From right there, all the way right there. blackbrother123@gmail.com. I know I got to go get my hair done. Don't bring it up. We've already talked about Kirk Franklin. We already talked about a lot of stuff. Everybody wants me to talk about Derek Jackson. Listen, Derek Jackson is a YouTube preacher. Derek Jackson is a YouTube preacher, right? That I guess preaches about the black woman as God and all that baloney crap, and you know what I'm saying, calling them queens and shit and all that other stuff. I'm not surprised about Derek Jackson. Nothing surprised me about him. So hearing about him and his infidelities, that really didn't catch me off guard because I'm like, he's a man. He's a multi-millionaire man that, I mean, hey, and I guess a lot of people saying that's not an excuse, but I don't care. It's literally, it happens quite often. And it's one of those things that do happen. Now, we got to get to the news of things that have literally broke history. The first thing that has already happened, since we're talking about rich, successful black people, we got to get at this. Let's go ahead and pull up the doggone news of something that has literally broke history. And this man will be going down in history for this one. Shout out to Kanye West. Yes. Shout out to Kanye West. Kanye, I'm so proud of you, Kanye. I'm so proud of I'm proud of you. Your mama must be up in heaven. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know Kanye. Let me just go ahead and play your song. I stretch my hand to thee. Okay, so Kanye has broken American history. God dang it. I'm so proud of you, Kanye. I'm so proud of you. You have, despite what everybody has said about him, as much as they call him crazy, as much as him going through his little issue with Kim and all that, and the social media and all that stuff, Kanye, you did it. You did it. Kanye is now the richest black man in American history with a net worth of more than $6 billion. He has beaten, yes, he has beaten the Robert F. Smith. He has beaten the Oprahs. He has beaten the Tyler Perrys. He has beaten the Michael Jordan. He has beaten the Jay-Z. Kanye West has done it. Shout out to you, Kanye. I'm so proud of you. I will play your music today. I may even one day buy a pair of Yeezys if I ever care to buy some. Kanye, you did it. You did it, Kanye. When everybody else told us you couldn't do it, you did it. You did it. You are even richer than Donald J. Trump. You know what I'm saying? You told Candace Owens to kiss your ass. Artist Kanye is now the richest black man in U.S. history. People reports the 43-year-old rapper, whose hit singles include Stronger, Heartless, and Gold Digger. Shout out to UK. Is worth approximately $6.6 billion. Less than a year after he first appeared on Forbes' annual billionaires list. The jump is largely attributed to West sneakers and apparel brand Yeezy, which is currently valued between $3.2 billion and 4.7 billion by U.S. God dang it! My eyes. UBS Group AG. So literally 3.2 billion and 4.7. So literally his shoes, right? His shoes and his clothes alone are in the billions. You know, that's not even including his music. We're not even including Kanye's music. This is crazy. This is madness. You mean he's already jumped up there like that? Like literally, the man, when he first came out, he was just above Jay-Z. Well, I think he was like two something. But now he went up 6 times. Like there is no way he surpassed those black billionaires. Everybody who's calling Kanye crazy, yo, bro, pay homage to the GOAT, bro. Shout out to you, Kanye. Shout out to you for that. Because that just, you literally put a spark in my heart. But everybody was calling you crazy. Everybody was saying that, you know, you don't got that. I mean, yeah, they could call you that, but you know that literally puts something special to me. Because that literally means that Kanye, when everybody talks about all that crazy malarkey and crazy dumb shit, you still be out there making your money. You know, honestly, Kanye, you done proved it, man. You done proved them all wrong. They said you was crazy, but crazy money is most likely the best money. And honestly, it is what it is. I'm so proud of you, bro. But you did that. That's all you needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just stuck to your task. You stuck to your family. You put your money in different avenues. You didn't have to go out there and brag about it. I mean, you flexed on them. But at the end of the day, who can touch you? Kanye does not. I mean, not only that, shout out to him. He also paid for George Floyd's daughter. He also helped out politically in different avenues. This man is everywhere. And I know a lot of people have a certain type of feel about Kanye. You know why? Because ultimately Kanye is now Kanye. Kanye is in his own arena. You see, I know it's so easy. Everybody's always worrying about what Kim is doing and worrying about her dropping draws. Niggas up there talking about goofy shit. Motherfuckers talking about high value and stuff. Listen, in the eyes of men who literally are on their purpose, that man stuck towards his purpose. And, you know, it kind of warmed my heart because when everybody was clowning on him about all kinds of shit, guess what? Kanye stuck to that. Kanye stuck to that. Now, naturally, people gonna say, well, you know, Kanye, what are you gonna do for black people? Now, black people, keep that same energy. I want you black people that said cancel Kanye West, keep that same energy. Yes, I make sure BMT. Yes, you know I'm definitely gonna be here for this shit. For all the black people that said cancel Kanye when he put on the hat, when all the black people that said that they were mad at Kanye went to go talk to Trump, for all the black people that went and said that Kanye can't be played on their radios. See, y'all cut off your own goddamn. Y'all black people be cut off your blessings. You understand me? Y'all like to cut off your blessings. So now that the man is now the richest black man, and you see, and that's the problem we got. We like to cut off our people as if we got some type of power. Black people, you don't got no power to cut nobody off. What power you got? You barely can cut off pedophiles. You barely can cut off talking about sexual deviancy and stupid shit. So you definitely can't cut off no Kanye. How you gonna tell him he can't come to the cookout? He could buy the goddamn cookout. Make it make sense. Can't cut off no damn Kanye. It's like that's like the crazy man. Like that's what I'm saying, dude. Like y'all, we got to start learning how to doggone start finding the people that are making the moves, that are actually making certain investments. You got to start learning how to work with them. And that's always been one of our biggest flaws. We don't try to get on board with people. Oh no, because they have a mental health issue, they're no longer good. They're no longer valuable. And so you'll push them off to the side, but you'll go along with the person that doesn't show no type of merit of worth. But as long as they give you a t-shirt, so long as they say some stuff that makes you feel good, so long as they tell you that your willy's wet or you're a king or a queen or something about, hey, you know, say something that's so, you know, that makes you feel good, you know. So now the man is worth 6.6 billion. And people gonna say, well, Kanye owes. No, he don't owe you shit. Kanye does not owe you a goddamn thing. Kanye doesn't have to put you on. Kanye, I don't want that. I don't want them to feel, well, you shouldn't have got with Kim Kardashian. That's none of your fucking business. He will still make money, even if he divorces Kim, and she'll get a portion. Because most billionaires, they usually get their wife, if they get a divorce, a portion. See, Kim now is faced with two things. I can leave my marriage, right? I can leave my marriage and go my own way. Not to say Kim Kardashian can't make the money. She can. But she'll never make no billions of dollars like no Kanye West. She'll never make that kind of money. Nobody, Kanye West's brand is worldwide. His music worldwide, his samples and the stuff that he does worldwide. So Kim, now you have to face the facts, Kim. You are now in a basket. You're stuck. Like, shout out to Cardi B when it's stuck and it's up, when it's up and it's stuck. You have now hit the ceiling, Kim. You have nowhere to go, baby. You will never find another athlete or another artist, anyone even remotely close to Kanye. They might be able to gut your guts out. They might be able to sleep with you. But no offense, Kanye may have his issues, but you cannot deny that Kanye is your baby daddy. He's your husband. You better go to marriage counseling. You might want to work it out. You might want to talk about it before you run and listen to Chris. Now, Chris don't mind telling you the divorce. She's not going to mind telling you the divorce, okay? But what you got right there is a man. He tripled what he had. And by who knows what he'll be next year. Because he just became a billionaire. But now he's already at $6.6 billion. That means when the world went to shit, this man still made money. God damn. Like, were people taking their stimulus check and running to Kanye? Kanye now literally, without a refutable doubt, is now the GOAT. He is now the GOAT. Whatever y'all want to say it or not. You don't even have to, I mean, shit, he got you with the music. He got you with the clothes. He had you with the money. He had you with the business. He has you with the religion. You can't mention greatest rappers of all time, and now you can't say Kanye. How can you? How can you not say that? He's literally in history now. Nobody gonna remember these goddamn rappers that y'all talk about that being these goddamn sweatshop basements and screaming and arguing and shit, doing death poetry and shit. Nah, they're gonna remember the goddamn 6.6 billionaire. Are you fucking kidding me? When it comes time for politicians, you want to know who they're gonna call on? They ain't calling on y'all asses. They're gonna call on that 6.6 billionaire. I'm just trying to let y'all know y'all might want to go make nice with Kanye. I'm just being honest. Because literally, you better start. This is the problem, and that's the problem. This is like when that time when that company gave them black women billions of dollars and black men, y'all started bitching about that. Y'all need to start making nice with people because you never know who you might have to deal with on your way down. So when everybody calling Kanye crazy and stupid, make sure you know right now, don't get mad when the enemy is trying to recruit him, which they probably might already trying to. Same thing with the women. I don't got no problem working with a woman. So long as it's fortuitous towards business and towards what we trying to do, I don't got a problem with that. This is why I always had the problem when we talk about who can come to the cookout, who can't come to the cookout, and all that crazy shit. Y'all trying to get we trying to get laws passed and all that shit. I'm pretty sure them Asians are going to talk to Kanye about doggone making his clothes and his shoes and shit. Now that he's pinged up on that money, yeah, they definitely going to hit him up. I would hit him up. Hell, I'll rock his stuff and shit if I get paid. I can't get mad at that. So that's very interesting. So now we got to get to the next news. So let me go ahead and pull out the next one. Shout out to everyone who's coming on through. I already know this is pretty interesting. I told you I'm not holding back. It's Saturday. Y'all can talk about all the shit you want, but I'm going to talk about the stuff that pretty much, actually needs to be brought to the forefront. Now, the next one. This one right here really tickled my fancy. I've only listened to a few of their songs since we're talking about artists and everything. What always blew my mind? Black men, why is it that you can get all the money in the world? You get all the advantages, and why is it that we still go out and do dumb shit? I don't understand that. Listen, bro, if I made over $1 million, why I would never, you would never see me, and you would never, ever hear from me. I would quit YouTube. I would quit YouTube. I would say, what the fuck I'm on YouTube for? The fuck? I would never be on YouTube. I would be out there. I'd be out there so busy being about my purpose. You would never see me. Well, actually, I'm already about my purpose. I just like to do this. This is a hobby. This is happening when you get retired. You get retired military, medically retired out the military, which I'm so proud. Yay me. But now we're looking at it at Rae Sremmund. Now, some of y'all saying, who that? Now, simmer down. For a lot of y'all who don't know who Rae Sremmund is, I didn't know who that nigga was either. And yes, I will call him a nigga because goddamn, I done heard their music. It is trash. But somehow people like to listen to this shit. I don't know. You have to be on a level of Molly and drugs to like their shit. I thought it was two people's names. It really isn't. Now, this is Rae Sremmund, right? Now, let me go down. So Rae Sremmund, half brother, charged with killing dad. Oh God, damn! What the? Oh Lord, Jesus. Dads matter. Just saying. Dads matter. To all the fathers out there, dads matter. Boy, oh boy. I can only hope that certain people don't see this one, but they're going to say, told you, don't be a stepdad. Damn. Now, Kurt Franklin. God damn. First we had Kurt Franklin. Now we got this story. I don't know what's going on with all these dads right now. God dang, what's going on with all these dads? So I guess Rae Sremmund's brother charged with first-degree murder and stepdad's death. Like, please tell me that they were playing wrestling. I just hope they were playing wrestling. I mean, dang it, man. Well, he shot his dad. Oh, well, guess what? We wanted to find out now because, I mean, dang. But what would drive you? Oh, my God, dang it, man. Like, I don't know what goes on through these. You know what's crazy? Y'all black young men, y'all be getting mad when the big bad white man shoots y'all ass, but y'all don't have no problem blinking an eye shooting each other. God dang it, man. Y'all be getting mad when that white man with the uniform who don't know you blows your brains out or stomps on you or curb kicks your ass. But now y'all got no problem. You know how hard it is to get a daddy in the home? I know maybe you getting abused, maybe you getting hurt. Nah, dude, you a full grown ass man. Nah. Floyd Sullivan, 62, was shot and killed in Toluca, Mississippi in January, and his 20-year-old son, Michael Sullivan, is facing murder charges and being held at $100,000 bond. Now, listen, y'all gonna think I'm a savage about this one. I got no problem. See, this is why I'm a big component. When you get so damn old enough, I kick your ass out the house. See, I'm all for that. When you start getting too old, where you could talk back to me, where you could tell me, you start telling me what the fuck to do, and I'm the daddy. That's when it's time for you to get the fuck out of my house. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. I don't try to figure things out. The minute you say, "Well, you know what, Dad, you need," oh no, oh no, you don't. The minute you open your doggone mouth, the minute you smart back with me, I'm like, it's all time for you to get the fuck out of my house. There's no two chiefs. There is no you trying to understand your masculinity. There is no I'm a YouTube warrior or none of that. No, you getting the hell out my house. May Jesus or whatever God or demigod you pray to or Tatiana you find on the street, may she help you. That's the daddy over there to the left, right there, 62 years old. And then there's Rae Sremmund right there, and that's his mama, and that's his brother or something. I think right there in the back. Let me make sure I got it right. Okay, so hip hop duo Rae Sremmund and half brother Jamal Ali Sullivan, who also goes by Michael, faces first degree murder charges for the death of his father in January. Floyd Sullivan, the 62-year-old stepdad to Rae Sremmund, which is made up of brothers Sway Lee and Slim. I don't even know how you say Jimmy, was shot and killed in Tupelo, Mississippi, on Monday, January 4th. The Tupelo Police Department told People, that's the magazine, at the time the Sullivan sons, Michael, who was announced as a person of interest following fatal shooting and was being detained and on a psychological hold, was released from a local psychological care facility and immediately arrested for murder. Oh, so you thought you were gonna play crazy? Ah, I get it. So you try to play crazy so that way you could say you didn't know what the hell you was doing. Nah, bruh. You knew. No, you knew damn well what you were doing. You knew exactly what you're doing. Nah, bruh. So, you know what I'm saying? Hang on. Let me go help you out with that, Sasha Rae. You know, I gotta help you out with that, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? I can't have you walking around without a goddamn wrench. I look crazy as hell having you out there without a wrench. No. So let me get back to that. These People Magazine 17. I'm about to go over to my other stuff. Things. Now, this is gonna help. This is gonna hurt people that want to be step parents. I mean, some people gonna say, "Well, I don't care," but listen, bro. If I know they out here, listen, bro. I'm not about to. I would never play stepdaddy to no woman with no grown kids. I'm just being honest. I'm never gonna play stepdaddy to no woman with no grown kids. Why? Because I don't got no time for you saying you go. I'm gonna get my son on you. Oh hell no! You listen. Listen. Bullets don't have an age. I'm not about to play Mortal Kombat with your son unless we actually get in the control sticks, and even then, I'm still gonna win. So, according to the jail records, he is being charged with a felony first-degree murder with a bond amount set at 100,000. TMZ reports that Michael could face life in prison if convicted. Good. It's not immediately clear if Michael has legal representation for people to reach for comment. So pretty much that's him right there. Let me show you that crazy boy. So that's him right there, right? This boy, all that money, he ain't get no goddamn haircut. Ain't that a damn shame? All that money, no haircut. So he's looking at doing like, and you see, that's the thing about it that hurts me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to y'all, when I never understood that about these young boys that be rappers, that be having 6-figure pay, be truck y'all. I don't get y'all. I don't get y'all young people anymore. I don't understand you young people no more. I don't. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, beloved. I don't get you young people. And you know what? Y'all can't blame white people for this. Y'all be having all these goddamn opportunities to do shit with y'all life, to make money, to go out there, get a job, get your shit together. Ain't no goddamn white man cracking no whip or run around in no goddamn cop car chasing y'all. I know a lot of these goddamn low vibration derelicts run around and say, "Oh, the white man chasing." No. This man had money. This whole family had money. And you got into an argument with your daddy, as old man, 62 years old, you 20, and you went to go grab a gun than rather be a man. See, this is how you know it ain't the white man fucking y'all up. I know y'all like to hear that, but I gotta be real with y'all. Because it seems like even when y'all have a man in y'all life, a lot of these y'all young boys can't handle the words of another man to you. So y'all quick response is shit. Rather than walk away, rather than humble thyself, I gotta go get a gun. So when a dominant society hears this shit and they see this stuff, oh wow, they don't respect their dad. So the fuck, I'm gonna take my chance with you. And yes, I don't give a damn how y'all feel about this. Fuck yourself. You can come on up here if you got some smoke. But I'm letting y'all know right now. Miss me with that bullshit when people say we need the fathers in the home and they shooting the same damn daddies and stuff. Like, no. Nobody. These men had money. They had a daddy, a whole father, a stepfather in their house, and you still shot him. Like, oh, listen, bro. Like, I need to know what went, and then you're gonna try to play psychologically crazy. You see, this is how I told y'all. Black people, we need mental health. We need mental therapy. Y'all can't blame slavery on this one. No, you can't. You cannot blame slavery on this one. No, slavery didn't do this one. I know y'all gonna say, well, slavery back in the day. No. Kev, her being 46 years old, that woman is grown. That woman is grown. She want to get with a 62-year-old man. Hey, if that's what she wanted to gut her up in her guts at night, it is what it is, bro. Some 62-year-old men. I mean, honestly, the daddy, he don't look that bad for his age. That's a daddy right there. That's the mama. That's the daddy. So, I mean, I'm not mad at it because I'm just like, yo, like if she was happy, but the goddamn bastard son in the back, fucking charcoal baby, I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about it, but she killed the goddamn another man. I don't give a fuck what y'all feel. Fuck y'all feelings on this one. I'm mad because goddamn it, you know how hard it is to get a black man in a home. That was your dad. Listen, bro. Me and my brother don't have the same daddy. We don't. You know? And my dad has gotten arguments with him. You know what my brother does? Walk away. He's a grown man. He can walk away. Same thing, and I don't get along with his dad, but you know what? I ain't never tried to swing on him. I just said, okay, cool. And I go my way. Y'all, we barely got male leadership in the home. Shout out to the fathers or the men that are literally trying, uncles, the granddaddies, any type of male patriarchy leadership that is trying. But see, it's these stories right here that leave open the gaps. And then you'll hear some dumb woman say some stupid shit. What about the protection? Well, you dumb heifer. This boy just shot the damn protection in the goddamn home. I'm really pissed off because goddamn it, we don't get this many men in the home. You can barely get men to want to take another man's kids. But goddamn it, now this boy shoots him because you didn't like what he said to you? What did he tell you? Pull up your pants? What did he tell you, that this is my house? You were blessed with a gift to make 6 figures or more money. And you went and shot this man. And this be the shit that be setting us back, man. This be the thing that when women with kids be trying to find a good man, they be like, oh, hell no. I heard no. Y'all sons be too quick trying to kill us or shoot us. And I can't get mad if they say that. Nah, BMT, people don't think like that. Yes, they do. But I hear these stories all the time where I don't got time to be fighting no stepson. I don't got no time to be doing all that stuff. No. You know it's bad in the African American community. So goddamn, man, this ain't no Disney Channel. Ain't nobody trying to adopt your badass kids. God damn, man, it's hard enough as it is out here. Shit. And now this dumb boy trying to play like he's psychologically fucked up. Man, I know he gonna try to say this, he touched me or some shit. Stop. Then you don't even got no legal representation. Your hair all fucked up. I mean, you look crazy. We already know you fucked up. I hope you rot in prison, bro. Bernadette Walker, the mother of Sway Lee, Slim, Jesse, and Michael, opened up about the death of her ex-husband, Floyd, in January, telling people that her son Michael suffers from schizophrenia. Oh my God, here we go. You know what? Sometimes you mamas just need to shut the fuck all the way up. Let me turn on my camera. Because now I'm getting all the way fucking pissed off. Now I'm getting all the fucking way pissed off. Because goddamn it, man, it's like you covering for this motherfucker for shit because my son suffers from schizophrenia. No. There's levels to schizophrenia. No. You know what I'm saying? There's levels. And I don't, you know, what's bad about it. It's not like, and we're gonna, you know, the question that they're gonna ask is, well, if he's that crazy, how the hell is he making all that damn money? If he's that fucked up, how the hell is he doing what he's doing? He ain't that fucked up. He ain't that crazy. No, he's not. I'm gonna Google this shit because I know the motherfucker ain't that. I know the motherfucker. Somehow, y'all kids' mental disorders always kick in when they go into jail. They're crazy. Something happens, but they never kick in for anything else. This ain't no fucking goddamn reading rainbow. Like you knew that you all that money, you ain't never think, you know, go do some mental health awareness or some shit. Hmm. Motherfuckers all of a sudden got some kind of crazy shit going on with them. Listen, you know my mom and dad how they used to fix that problem? Get the belt. Get a belt and whoop that ass and figure it out. So he has socio affective disorder, a mental health disorder that is marked by a combination of schizophrenia symptoms, such as hallucination or delusions, or mood disorder symptoms such as depression or mania. Now, if this boy has all that, which that's why they send his ass to a psychologically treated place, right? What's gonna happen is, one, they're gonna ask the question, well, if you that crazy, how the fuck you be on stage dancing, shaking your ass half naked, be fucking women and all that shit? So does your shit kick on like when you're at home, when you on PlayStation? Like, nigga, you wasn't schizophrenic when you was on goddamn stage. You wasn't schizophrenic when you was out there with your brother, shirts off, you know, popping bottles all over women's body. So now all of a sudden you're schizophrenic. This is like, sometimes y'all women, y'all be killing the goddamn family. I'm sorry, y'all don't gotta like it. If you got smoke with it, please bring your asses up stage now. This is where we have a problem with the family. That where you either are you sticking with your husband or you sticking with your children. And we got a big problem in the black community where sometimes y'all choose y'all ain't shit kids over your husband. Oh yes, BMT. I told you I'm very biased. I'm very not biased. I'm very balanced. So I keep the energy. My woman belongs to me because I'm the head of the household. I call the fucking shots. I make the charge. So when I make a decision, guess what? My decision is law. I'm God. I don't play those games. Only time she can question it if it means the harm or detriment of the family. All that money, and y'all think that one time to take this motherfucking boy to goddamn go get medicine. Put him on his pills. I see people do it all the time with kids that have ADHD, that have what's some other disorders, real deal, shit, bipolar. I
I always thought bipolar and schizophrenia was like one of the same, but you know,
Well,
you
you have to have. I remember there was a white girl that went over about mental health and schizophrenia, and she
mm,
was talking about it, but she had it, but she went over the symptoms, and she said it's very manageable, but you have to stay on your medication. So you would think that this damn rapper fool would be on that shit.
yeah, because my grandma, she had before she passed and everything, she had her medication and she cussed out a fish. BMT, the fish. The fish was just blowing bubbles and she just cussed out the fish, and that's when I knew that schizophrenia is real, and that's when she didn't take her medicine. So this dude right here, he ain't gonna get off of the I'm crazy, no, because the dude that shot and killed Nipsey did the same little line of he's mentally fucked up in the head.
Listen, y'all listen. When y'all, I see, this is the thing about it. Everybody thinks like they be thinking about these TV shows and these first 48 and shit. Okay, people think that when they do something stupid, they can say I'm crazy. They have a psychologist on call to do a test on you. Okay, they're going to go look at your social media and stuff. Now he says that now schizoaffective disorder. Now, if your son is schizoaffective, why has he never talked about it in all the other times him and his brother have been having doggone publicity stuff? You get what I'm saying? Why not bring awareness to it? Like even Waka Flocka, he talks about bullying because his brother killed himself from suicide. I would think if I have a disorder, right? You know what I'm saying? I would want to talk about that because that would open up the gate for people to let people be aware that I have the problem, so they have the problem. You know, there are people that I looked up that are dyslexic, so that way they talk about it. See, that's a PR move, but it also covers you for some other things to let people know, hey, if I have an off day, it's okay. It's okay. BMT is just dyslexic. He's bipolar, but it is manageable because we can go get you the proper medication. But literally, you're telling us, well, I have mental health disorders after I kill somebody. Nah, B, but it's gonna be kind of hard going with that kind of tune. You can't say you're out there making money, you're getting girls, you're living your best life, but then all of a sudden after you kill, and see, I'm very disappointed in the wife because I would be like, yo, my son killed my husband. He needs to go to prison. He's a grown man. I love you, but your ass need to go to prison because you killed the love of my life. Unless B, you didn't give a shit about that man because literally you're more fine with that man being killed. Listen, y'all not gonna blame this one on the goddamn psychiatrists. Believe that everyone with no exceptions is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this is open panel, so people are welcome to come up. Y'all are welcome to come up. I am not race based. I am not gender based. I am not religion based. I am BMT, business minded talk. I talk on everything. There's no unholy ground I can't step on. I talk on everything. I get smoked to everybody. I'm fair and equal treatment under the eyes of social media, YouTube. So if you're a dumbass, you're a dumbass all around to me. So Burdette Walker, you are a dumbass in my eyes. Rae Sremmund's brother, who is schizophrenic Joker, you are a dumbass to me. Y'all are dumbasses to me because you're not. So she said, my ex-husband telling people that her son Michael suffers from schizophrenic disorder, affective disorder. Walker, 46, said she believes that she could have been her son's victim. I'm not going to say that something like this was unexpected. Kadoosh. Walker claimed. Of course, even though it wasn't unexpected, you still don't expect it. He has threatened me multiple times. This very well could have been me. He has shot guns more. Oh my God. So wait a second. So this crazy motherfucker has been shooting guns and threatening his mama and his daddy all this time. Walker learned of the killing from relatives of her ex-husband, whom she said had a complex relationship with her son. You think? I would have a complex relationship with my son too if my son is playing Call of Duty in the house with guns. First of all, see, this is why, and I know some of y'all gonna feel some type of way. This is why I have a problem with crazy people and guns. I'm sorry, crazy people and guns don't mix. Y'all be laughing and kikiing it up, but when a woman says, yo, I'm crazy, and then you say, well, I'm gonna take you out to the gun range, you are signing your own death certificate. This bitch ain't about to become Kill Bill. This woman ain't trying to learn how to be goddamn the next goddamn G.I. Jane. I done had plenty of women try to cut off my penis with a butter knife. Don't ask me why. So when somebody says that they're crazy, I take them at face value. I don't. No. It's very complicated. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I play the music while I'm doing this one. You know, I want to make sure I get the full effect. No, hold on, y'all. This is him. Why do we got this stupid? goddamn thing above it. Block. Come on, don't do this to me, Netflix. Why do they got that Netflix stupid thing above it? So that's him right there. All right. So that's that crazy boy, which literally y'all should have impatient his ass when y'all got a chance. So let's go. So Burdette Walker, the mother of Sway Lee and them, they suffer from a victim. So they had a crazy boy in their house. Now, one time did they ever think to put this boy in a padded room? Sometimes y'all gotta just count. Y'all gotta count it for what it is. If you have somebody who's mentally off in your house, you probably don't need firearms in your house. I know some of y'all don't have a real way about it, but guess what? I'm just calling for what I see it because, God damn it, you see what happened to her. She literally said she was being threatened multiple times by her son. Now, some people say, well, it's these men, but literally you had a man that literally was in the home and he was being threatened. Okay? They had a very complicated relationship. She said it was sort of heartbreaking, but I felt like the only hope I had was that Floyd would somehow get through to him. But I think Floyd carried on with his own life, and Michael just didn't understand. It's very complicated. Michael had been living with his mom in Georgia off and on, going between her home and his father's home in Tulupo and spending time with his brothers while they were on tour or performing. Before he officially moved in with his dad in November, Walker told people that she's unsure of exactly what led to the alleged murder. Right? I don't want to speculate. It could have happened to anybody because Michael's really didn't need a rhyme or reason to do anything. Oh my gosh, this dude was unpredictable. She said he was aggressive when he was off his meds, so it could have been as simple as asking him to do something and could have set him off. You see, listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. When people have children that have mental health disorders, the best thing you can do for that child is to keep that motherfucker on his fucking meds. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Shout out to everybody coming on through. The best thing you can do, listen, y'all, it's hard enough to keep a father in the home, but it's even harder to deal with a child that has mental health disorder. And literally, and I gotta be honest, like it's not easy dealing with these type of things, but calling out the buffoonery is one of those big problems. Again, you guys, it is an open panel. Let me make sure I drop the link. I open it up to men and women, and definitely everybody of all different racial cultures and backgrounds, because literally it is something that is to be behold. This is going to definitely affect gun laws. This is back to back to back.
Oh man, red flag laws is already on some bullshit. BMT know about this. Florida, Florida is the number one red flag law state.
So you're going to have it where you just had the mass shooting in Indiana, right? You just had that with the man who killed four people for a stimulus check. Then you just had it whereas to the doggone what's the thing happened? The Asian parlor in Atlanta, Georgia. Now you have it where a schizophrenic nutcase trickled off and lost his damn mind because he just. I don't play with when somebody's crazy. You got to make sure that they stay on their meds. And I can tell you right now, this is going to come up. They're going to bring this up. I know Mississippi is gun friendly. I believe Mississippi is an open carry state.
Yes.
Mississippi is an open carry state.
It is, but see, the question, BMT, is what laws already exist? Because a lot of states already have laws that address people with mental health issues being able to own firearms or how they can operate those firearms when they have them. So the fact that, like you said, reading that article, that dude's whole situation is a mess. It's like a dumpster fire from beginning to end already, because the mom's already talking about, the way that right there tells me how people get set up for things anyway. Because you look at how she describes the situation, where she's like, well, I can't say that we didn't expect him to murder a motherfucker someday. But, now that it's happened, we kind of wasn't expecting it. But, I can't say, we knew it was coming. Did you hear her? She literally, you read it, her own words. She's talking like, well, we knew it was going to happen. I just didn't expect it to happen today. But we saw it coming. We just, he was already, he's aggressive with me. She's saying he's aggressive with his own mama. She said, it could have been me. If you can say with a straight face that your own child, that you expect one day your own child to try and kill you, you already got a problem right there. And that ain't
that's that Macaulay. That's that, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, this is the big problem we have in homes. We know that somebody is mentally off. Rather than make sure that motherfucker is on medicine. And this is for anybody who is a gun owner. I always tell y'all, listen, man, if you know somebody has mental health disorder issues, they're not always on their A game. You know what I'm saying? I could live in a house with Real and Kev, and I just start having all kind of issues. Like, you know what? Sometimes I want to allegedly slit myself, and I want to get a gun and shoot everyone in the house. Listen, Kev and Real don't need to laugh about that. They need to be like, okay, we need to get this motherfucker on some shit ASAP.
Or at least remove the weapons from the. First of all,
nobody ever takes the guns out the house when they say that shit. You can put your guns in a safe or something, but god damn it, the motherfucker's crazy.
Well, the other thing too is that he's clearly fired these weapons before. So at that point, that's a failing of authority. You have a mentally ill person who has discharged weapons. First, I live in Texas, and we're a real gun-friendly state. But if I discharge my weapon for any reason, I don't care whether I was fighting a bear, I don't care whether I was cleaning it and it went off. The police are coming, and I'm probably going to lose my guns for a while unless I got the money to fight it.
Yeah.
And I don't have any issues. So you've got a person discharging a firearm intentionally on multiple occasions, not one, multiple occasions. So this is where the gun law argument always falls apart for me, because we have laws to address these things. It's the enforcement of the gun laws we have that never gets done. And then back end, when something does happen, everybody wants to blame, like, see, this is why we just got to take guns from everybody. No, because you're still going to have the same problem.
I love firearms. I love guns.
It's just a tool, though.
And but the thing about it is, I'm all for accountability. And the thing about it, I think my main pitch is that, one, you have it where you had a family who had financial access to getting this young man help, rather than letting him go around and maneuver around and do all kind of dumb shit. You didn't do anything. The father is dead. He's dead. So it is what it is.
And he's going to jail. But that's my point is that.
No, he's going to prison.
You have my point is that what's going to end up happening is people are going to focus on the weapons themselves and say, this is why we need to take guns from everybody. Nobody needs to have no gun. Forgetting the fact that a dangerous person will use something else. You're just going to hear about people getting bludgeoned to death in their home or stabbed to death in their home because, like you said, they didn't address his mental health issue. And what's going to happen is people are going to skip over that and go straight to, well, if he didn't have that gun. Well, okay, he didn't have that gun, but these people they've been in altercations with him before. He's aggressive anyway. so he could run over people with his car if he wanted to. He could set the house on fire if he wanted to.
Man, kick his ass out. I don't see why people be allowing this because it seemed like all these scenarios of what happened in Indiana and to what happened here in Tupelo, Mississippi, is they feel family is so strong, but he didn't treat y'all like family. If he's brandishing guns out and shit, it's time for him to go.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it is time for him to fucking go.
He had issues. Well, that situation was probably already.
I'm not here for coddling.
Based on the story, that was probably already happening because look what she was saying. He was living with his mama. Then sometimes he'd go live with his other daddy, and then he was going. And we thought that maybe homeboy could straighten, if Fred could straighten him out this time. But I guess he must have said something to him. He must have. It could be anything that set him off. Y'all just the way their lackadaisical approach to the whole situation, even now that the tragedies happened, she's still talking like it's just, like, well, that's just how it went. Anything could have set him off, and I guess he said something. He may have just asked him to do something, and he killed him. But we knew it was going to happen. It's always a shock when it does happen. No, it's not a shock. You knew and you did nothing. The shocking thing is that you still feel like you did the best you could.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
So we're going to move to the last bit of news, something that literally I have to.
Wait, hold on, BMT. I wanted to point out something too, because y'all were talking about the difference between bipolar and schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is more rare than bipolar. Bipolar is like something like 2 or 3% of the population when it comes to mental illness, whereas schizophrenia is like 1% or less. But the difference is that bipolar is really like mood shifts, like in activity levels. Like you can get really excited about something, but then you can also be where where all of a sudden you don't want to leave the house for days on end or something like that. But you're usually it affects like your moods. You can have like mood swings, but you don't necessarily always reach the level of violence, but you can reach a level of depression. Schizophrenia, though, usually is accompanied by hallucinations or delusions. So people hear things or they believe things that simply aren't true, and there's no way of convincing them that thing. So people with schizophrenia can view someone or something as a threat that is not a threat, but their delusions won't allow them to interject logic without that medical assistance. You see what I'm saying? And that's the difference. Schizophrenia is more extreme than the two. But I wanted to spell it out just for anybody in the audience that was really curious about the two.
Yep. Now, this one right here, I'm glad. Listen, like I said, I invited everybody to come up because, like, literally, I got to do my biggest banger, my biggest claim, the thing that's literally going to blow minds. And literally, when I say sometimes your own enemy is your worst enemy, literally, in that sometimes I swear on God, you can't make this shit up. You can't, you can't really make it up. And so that's why I love doing reactions. Kay, come on through. I want all people. I told y'all, listen, if you're going to talk about stuff when it comes to guns or different other stuff, now's your time to literally stake your claim, because literally, they're going to throw it towards conservatives. They're going to throw it towards gun lobbyists. They're going to throw it towards gun enthusiasts. So, hell, I wish I had your friend up here also. A lot of y'all. I encourage a lot of y'all because this one right here is going to tickle your fancy on what you're about to see. So, literally, and despite Tamar Rice, despite all the stuff that's going on, despite all the gun shooting shit that we have going on with the community, and I know that literally that they will say that, white people, why are y'all out there to kill us? But see, then you have people who will do the most incorrigible fuck shit that literally will get people killed. And they don't care because literally they just don't care. By no means. And literally, this is the thing what I'm talking about. We can only pray and hope to God that this does not catch on, which it is starting to catch on because they are now starting to set up for this kind of thing. What are you talking about, BMT? Literally, you have it now where people are spraying Nerf, they're making guns look like toy guns. That is a real gun. That is a real gun. They're making them look like actual guns. So that way, whenever they do stuff, this man right here is literally taking toy guns to make them look like actual. He's taking real guns to make them look like toy guns. Excuse me. That's a real gun. Those are real guns. He is spray painting them to look like toy guns. So that way he can go out there and commit robberies. What are y'all thoughts on this? Now, because we already have enough issue with the Tamar Rice. We already have enough issue with the Tamar Rice. Now you have this situation, and then we'll hear it where somebody will say, somebody will say that, hey, you have it where as to why they shoot that kid. But the police have to deal with this, and I'm going to start it off with the lovely lady who came on up, and I am welcoming other people to come up, but I want all people's voices to be heard on this. This is very serious. You know, I'm if I need to show the picture again, which I will, but I want y'all to see this. Let me know if I got to get y'all the link to this. This man right here is literally making actual firearms look like. Notice what does it say on there? Nerf. He's taking guns to make them look like toy guns to go commit robberies.
The real problem with that is how it's going to end up impacting the danger towards children. Like this is the height of stupidity, because
right,
any gun owner is never going to go for something like that. I mean, I would say it'd be easy for the cops to figure it out, because anybody who owns a gun knows that spray painting your weapon in that fashion is only going to deteriorate its usefulness and its ability. I mean, guns are people don't realize they're very actually precise instruments. Mm-hmm. You know, they have a lot of moving, enough moving parts that have to be well maintained in order to operate and function efficiently. Otherwise, they backfire, they jam, they misfire, they have all these different problems. So you paint a gun like that, and the second you actually need to use it for something serious, it may not work. But what's going to end up happening is you're going to get a Tamir Rice situation. You're going to have kids in the street with Nerf guns getting shot by cops who ain't going to take the chance of figuring out if that's a toy or not. So he's endangering his community by doing that.
Go ahead. What's going on, Kate? Shout out to you. Always one of the greatest mods ever, sharing and showcasing the show. I'm glad you're here. I want other people of different communities to be here, because these kind of things are going to affect the U.S. as a whole, as much as the gun climate is definitely changing.
Yeah. Well, first off, I want to say that I think we have enough fucking gun laws on the books, and no gun law is ever going to change any of these crimes. It really won't, and it may make it a little bit harder for other people. But really, actually, it just makes it harder for people that want to do things right. And then this is an interesting conversation for me, because I came in and you were talking about, the mental health aspect of it. And
you can weigh in on all that. You got it.
Yeah. Being with a schizoaffective for 10 years, we never didn't have a gun in our home. Also, my son was in the home, and my son never touched any of our guns. Our guns were always loaded and easily accessible, but my son knew the difference. And he had respect for those firearms. And he knew damn well that if he touched it without permission, he'd be getting his ass kicked. And he just wouldn't have done it. And now, as far as you were saying, like, you shouldn't have a gun in the house with a crazy person. Now, I'm torn on that, just because I do know there's been many times where it could have been very bad for me to have a firearm in my home.
Mm-hmm.
I also had that comfort of that firearm being there for when my husband would have his episodes. And I also want to touch on the fact that you said getting, throw them in a padded room and, make sure they get medicated. I think a lot of the problem is that we are medicating people very young and misdiagnosing them. And it's actually causing these chemical imbalances that cause these people to do these crazy, these mass shootings, all these big events. All of them were on SSRIs and, mood inhibitors and different things like that. So I actually think that the pharmaceutical companies should be taking some responsibility in some of these cases.
Okay. No, go ahead. Now I'm gonna ask you. So but you brought on some good points.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, and I want everybody to understand. Shout out to Kay for doing this. We always push for these conversations, and that's why I say I gotta give Kay is one of the very few that does not mind stepping into other backyards. You can't just say you're pointing in just one yard and think that okay, we're fighting it, but then you have the other yards that are looking at you differently. This is why I definitely have that utmost respect for Kay, because she does not mind going to other yards. Yes, there's going to be pushback. Yes, there's going to be a silence. However, she understands that I need to get that voice out there. So this is interesting that she's willing to step on that faith to say, hey, that's why we respect her when she comes over here. Now, in saying that, when we look at the thing that was happening, right? And I understand that there are situations that do happen where sometimes people are pushed to that threshold. There's a lot of abuse. There's a lot of things that go on that cause a lot of mental things. There have been times where women have been beat and abused as well as children, and they had to use a short weapon to defend themselves. I'm never going to take away from that, but that happens. I think when I said, and I probably was untactful about it, about when it came to saying put them in a padded room, and I have been impatient before. My issue or my stance is this: if my child has consistently threatened my life, what the mother has said, right? He has been threatening people's lives. We cannot overlook that as parents. I know, Kay, you are, as you said, you are on your child. You understand what's going on with your child. So you're hands-on. You understand? And there are some people who choose to overlook their child's mental or the people in their lives' mental disorder. That is dangerous because how you may know about it, but the police or everybody else in the world doesn't know about that. We've seen it where people have been walking outside butt naked with a knife and say, I'm killing aliens. They're swinging at the ear. Nobody else knows how to perceive that. Now, that person that is not home, and I can pull up these videos where the person's like, oh my gosh, like your son is butt naked out there again. The only person who might know about it is possibly one or two speckles of people versus you educating the people around you like, hey, if BMT starts getting out of order, Kev, the next door neighbor, like, okay, I need to just go. I got a key. I can go inside of there, go get some medication. Come on, BMT, like, come on. Hey, I made you a marshmallow s'more. That was something that we used to do to get my neighbor's son to take his medicine. He didn't know that, when you put the medicine in the hot cocoa, he was drinking it. But he stayed calm. But that was her one level of protection. So when we had a new neighbor come there and, he was starting to get an episode, the neighbor, which is a grown man, grabbed him and started to pound on him. Granted, you got special needs strength, So it's going to match that other force of strength, but it's a natural body reaction. Luckily, the next door neighbor, she came in. She said, no, 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 no. He has a mental disorder. He doesn't know any better. So when he screams and yells, he's just excited. He's not going to harm anybody. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But the people in that building, we knew that. He didn't know that. So when people are properly educated about certain mental health, it is a lot more attainable. When people are educated about guns and gun safety, it is a lot more manageable. The practice of being uneducated, that's a danger. Can we agree on that? So
yes,
when I hear about if your son, which we pull it up in the story, and I'm thankful. Like I said, y'all are all welcome to come up here and talk, share your story, and discuss with us. Like this is the only way. If we can't talk about it, then best believe the politicians will talk about it, but they'll tell their narrative.
and that's where you get Bloomberg laws.
Okay. Now,
this will be a prime example. Can I say this real quick? He'll be the face of a Bloomberg law.
Yeah,
he will be the face of a Bloomberg law where it's stop and frisk, and it's pretty much putting some type of identifier in the guns, some type of new serial code to be able to verify the guns. So this Bernadette Walker chick, she's a dummy. This is absolutely dumb. And she's pretty much coddling this boy where, like you said, the politicians are going to look at this and say, see, we need to stop and frisk. I told you.
Now, the thing about it, and the reason why
they'll use it. Sorry about that.
Listen, I hold everybody accountable. As a mother, if you really wanted your son's protection, just like Kay wants her child's protection, you get a handle on your child. Same thing for my kid. I taught my children, if you see that, like if I put my guns out, I don't have to worry about my guns ever being moved. Only person who are going to move my gun is my wife. My sons will never touch it. My daughters will never touch it. I've seen one time other people have literally come in while I was cleaning my guns, and literally I went to go get me a pencil, and one of the guys was getting close to it, and my son said, "Don't touch it." He said, "I'm grown. I don't care. That's not your gun." Now, my son told that to a grown man. That's not your gun. Don't touch it. You don't know what he did with it. You don't know what he done to it. You don't know what... You see what I'm saying? But my child had enough more knowledge to say, you don't touch a gun sitting there on the table, and if it's definitely not yours. I heard my son. And I came in and I praised him. And I asked the man, why were you moving close to that table? It was way out of the way from you. Oh, I just wanted to see it. But you had somebody in the house say, don't touch it. Now, if a 8-year-old boy knew to say that as a parent, and you know your child has a disorder where he can't be cognitive of his behavior at times. He said this. He has had times. It's very complicated. It's very complicated. They had complicated relationship. She said it's sort of heartbreaking. I felt it was Floyd would somehow try to get through to him, but I think Floyd carried on with his own life, and Michael just didn't understand. It was very complicated. Michael had been living with his mom on and off. They had a lot of issues. So
I'll be back in.
Okay, so he was being passed around. Stability is a key. We also know that this boy had times where he has shot guns off in the area or at people.
But that's why I said she's a whole clown, because if you go back to that statement she said, if you scroll back down to what she was talking about, and look, like I said, look at what she's saying there. Look at her sentence right there underneath the picture. I'm not going to say that something like this was unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, even though it wasn't unexpected, you still don't expect it. He has threatened me multiple times. This very well could have been me. He's shot guns more than once. It's very complicated. It was also sort of heartbreaking. What you mean sort of heartbreaking? Your husband's dead. Killed by your child.
That's what kind
It
of
would be
that's what
really
blows
hard
my
because
mind.
she as the one person on the outside has two tragedies now. She's got a dead husband and a kid going to prison for the rest of his life,
And that
or
all
in
can
a
that all
hospital for the rest of his life. One of the
no,
two.
he's going to prison. He's going to prison for the rest of his life. And that's the thing about it, because again, this is something you could have handled in-house on society. And I thank Kay for saying that. And I think, and the thing about it, I think I'm looking at it, one, as a minority. It's already hard enough as it is to have firearms, or how the climate of dealing with a firearm. The second thing I'm looking at is that the accountability. I have PTSD. I have to be utmost careful, because if I were to do something stupid, I know they will use that as a poster child of veterans with PTSD. See how they are with guns? So I'm very aware of the weight. But in the same sense, I am also aware that, guess what? I hold myself accountable. I put them away. I make sure that they're in a safe, trusted area. You knew your child had these issues. Y'all knew that this was going on. Y'all, and what I think what pisses me off, your family had the funding and the access to get him proper help. It's one thing y'all say y'all don't have the money, but y'all did have the money. Y'all did have the funds. You did have the access. And see, that's what irritates me more than none, because you did have the access and y'all failed.
Hey, are we assuming
We're
making the assumption that these people cared? One.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. I clearly, I was just saying, clearly that nobody did.
No, because like you said earlier, this guy was passed around. He didn't even have a stable home long enough to, even if they were going to treat him, that they didn't have him in a stable environment. So even if the treatment was given, it would really stick, because he's just moving from place to place to place. And it just sounds like, from what I'm reading, it's like she was just glad it wasn't me, instead of she's sad that this happened to her, I guess, her ex-husband.
right.
She was just glad it wasn't her, and now that's a less problem for her, which is really tragic, because it's just like no one cared about this kid. Nobody was. It didn't seem like they were trying to help him.
Don't call him no kid. This is a grown man. He is a grown man, and he shall be treated as such. He's a grown man, brother. Speak. Give him that. We're going. No, but when we call him a kid, I'm not going to let them get that, because this man.
Okay, well, I'm not going to call him a man either, because this wasn't a whole man. This dude had problems. He was a broken dude, and part of the reason why he was broken is because this family was broken. They just kept passing him around and around and around and around. He was a burden to this family, and it was just like hot potato. And so, yeah, I mean,
she didn't even know what was happening with him. She stated in there, if you further on down in there, DMT, if you scroll further down, she even says, well, he was living with him. I was hoping he was helping him, but I don't know. I heard he was living his own life too, like the ex-husband, like the expectation was that he was supposed to be straightening him out. He didn't do his job, and that's why he's dead. That's what she said.
Yeah, well, because she probably was sending it to him. It's kind of like, if you remember, like Boys in the Hood, where the mother had the son, and when he got too aggressive, he just becoming a real problem in the school. That's when she sent him to the father. It seemed like that's what it was going on over here. It's like
that's what it sounds like. It sounded like she was like, well, it sounded like she knew, like she said, like her own life could be in danger. So she's like, well, let him just go to someone else.
She just dumped him. She dumped him off instead of sending them to actual help. I mean, if you're going to do that, she could have got the authorities involved. She could have got mental health services involved and did that. But no, she just just pass them to this person, pass them to this person. Somebody will fix them. Now it's less problem for me. So that's just seems like what it is. And somebody had to pay the price for that.
The main thing about it is I'm not gonna just look at just one person. I'm looking at all the people, because again, all of them could have got this boy the help that they needed. This man could have definitely been alive still, but however, again, the unaccountability immensely was dropped when it came to saving this man's life or anybody. Like I said, it literally could have gone a whole nother way. But again,
what's like Bro Speak said though, it's for her, it's a win-win situation, as ugly as it is to say that. Because now she didn't have to have him around. She could feel safe because he wasn't in the house and she knew he was a threat. And now one's dead and the other's going to I mean, he was her ex-husband, so no loss to her. And the child now is like, well, the man, like you said, is going to a man's prison for the rest of his life. So now you don't have to pass him around. So and then she's going to get the sympathy points for the tragedy, and then sit up on that money from the other sons that are going to still make their money in the hip hop game. So it's really a win-win for her. It's like that's why she don't sound too moved in her speech.
Right, and like I said, it's fucked up all around. Like I said, this boy could have got the help. He probably could have got the proper medication. There is treatment. There is leveler treatments for these types of things. But I got to be honest, people don't take these things serious. I'm very serious about that. Finishing up on it again, like I said, and also, mind you, this guy right here, you know what I'm saying, he's making these types of weapons. He's coding these types of weapons to look like that. Not so that way they could be cool, not to be fashionable, but literally so that way police will hesitate. But also, you got to understand that these types of things also will affect our children, will affect young boys. Let's say they're doing air assault or different stuff. So he's purposely doing this so that way, you know what's gonna happen? The next group that comes by when a kid gets shot, you know what? What are we gonna say? I mean, you got to be a whole nother level evil to do this type of fuck shit. You got to be on a whole nother level of psychosis. And I mean, like I said, it's pretty fucked up.
Well, it's like I said, the people who are going to pay for it is not going to be people like him. The people who are going to pay for it is the children that are going to get killed when the cops roll up after getting a call of someone with a gun, a young man with a gun. They're going to be out there playing with their little airsoft guns or whatever. And the cops, they don't. I mean, honestly, if I was a cop, I wouldn't take the chance and wait and see, hey, is that a real Nerf gun or is that a fake Nerf gun?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then like things like, it's already hard enough, like even like when you go to comic conventions. I go to Comic Cons, people like to dress up. They like to dress up as Deadpool, Cable, John Wick. And of course, you want to have the props. So they bring, these sort of guns that have to look colorful because, you can't bring real guns in, with your costume, but you want to have a complete looking costume. And what that's going to do is it's going to end up with these conventions, things like that, Halloween costumes, whatever you want to call it. People are not going to be able to go to these, conventions or whatever and bring those in because now you can't bring samurai swords because you had some event happen, 5-6 years ago where someone attacked someone else with one of the swords. So now your sword has to be basically a hilt that's attached to to a scabbard, but there's no actual sword. So you just the people who suffer is the public.
And like I said, man, I used to like going to these conventions. Why? Because guess where you can find some of the best, coolest swords ever made was at these conventions. Now, again, it is a tragedy that this is happening. I'm just going to read some of the comments of some of the stuff that was said. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What did it say for some of the people that wanted to do these kind of things? Too much Call of Duty. What the F? He's getting them back. He don't have any weapon charges. Again, I think somebody clicked and one of the weapons was converted. It's a converted model Glock to pistol with a 50-round drum. Again, this man, like I said, sometimes like shout out to what Clever Kev said, people get harmed. Like this dude doesn't care for the safety of what happens to other people. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care for the safety of people who literally are out there who are out there doing X, Y, and Z. So when these things happen, and they happen as they shall, we're going to see how they play out. Like I said, so
even his own safety, because he is a black man, and you guarantee him to see if the authorities roll up on a call and they see him with any one of those. I don't care if you got your nice little Flash colors on there because you love the Flash. He's your favorite character. You gonna get shot.
Exactly.
Your big ass Negro.
No, we can't understand what brother speak is saying. Go ahead, brother speak.
Exactly. I mean, we already. I mean, just recently in Houston, they had a dude who robbed a car, jumped out the car, jumped in another car with a lady pumping gas, jumped in the car with her. She trying to get him out the car. The cop just rolled up and shot him, and while she was still in the car, and then there was a baby in the car that got shot on top of that. So they just trigger happy just because. What you think they're gonna do with a guy and this look like another car? Now they seen that this dude is painting these guns to look like toy guns. You think they really gonna, like you said, you think they're really gonna wait? No. Are they gonna be like, bang, bang, we'll find out later? And that could be a man, it could be a woman, it could be a child. And so, yeah, this dude's a piece of shit. And I mean, I hope he goes away for a long time. And they get rid of those guns off the street. I hope so.
Well, because see, the problem is the damage is probably already done. Right now, police departments all across the country are getting circulars. They're probably being briefed in the morning before they go on patrol. Watch out in the streets because this is what Negroes is doing now. So now everybody is, it's not going to be long before you start hearing these accidental shootings because grown men, they're not going to take time to see if that gun is fake or not.
Right, and that's the thing about it that I always try to tell people, like, listen, y'all, for every action there's a consequence. Shout out to Fullmetal Alchemist. Like, if you're not learning these things, you're definitely going to feel the wrath of these type of things that are going to happen that affect the mass or affect the whole. I get it. Some people just don't care. They're out there for self-conflicted interest, you know what I'm saying, and to get their own greed. And so we'll find out. We'll find out at the end of the day. Well, you guys, I thank y'all. I definitely did my show shout out to Kay. Shout out for those on the conservative nation that came through. You guys were amazing. Shout out to those who definitely checked out the content. Again, Kanye West is now a $6.6 billion man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, they made
Now,
a mistake on that. It's 1.3. I mean, he's still a billionaire, but
is
what it
it
is that
1.3?
the deal he made was with Gap, and the value of the deal, his Gap and Adidas deal, is $6 billion. But that doesn't make him worth $6 billion. They made a mistake.
Is it the deal?
Yeah, the deal was like $6 billion, but he's worth 1.3.
Okay, but now question: is that because of him? Is that because of him?
It's because it's his brand, Yeezy brand, and Gap signed up. Gap and somebody else, Adidas or somebody, signed like an exclusive brand deal worth like $6 billion. That's why they made the mistake of saying they meant that he signed a deal for $6 billion, making him worth $1.3 billion. But the deal is for it's for the brand and the company. So everybody shares that $6 billion basically.
Right. No, so okay. So in saying that, but I said, wait. So okay. Let's look at this. All right. So in saying
he's still
that,
worth
right?
$1 billion. Don't get me wrong.
No. Well, see, okay. Now he's worth more than 1.3. That's what I'm saying. He can't be worth 1.3 because that literally means he went down in money versus what he was worth in money before. But at the time, I think Jordan is 1.8. You get what I'm saying? Like the Jordan deal, like these guys, their net worth of their assets that they are tied to is what they get those deals for. It's what they get the deals for. So that's why when they said the $6.6 billion deal, that's why they said he broke history as a black man because he has the biggest deal. Now I get what you're saying. What I'm saying
is they got it wrong. There's an article somewhere. I'll link it to you later.
Link it to me, and I can
Google it. But you can look. They actually they retracted it. That that it was wrong. They miswrote it or something, and that it's actually 1.3 billion.
Okay. Well, other than that, you got, and shout out to Kev for letting me know this. I need to go. Like I said, I need to go make time to go watch the Justice League 4-hour thing. I don't know if I have the patience to do that. If it's, I don't know if I had the patience to do that. If it's just deleted scenes, I'm like, no, because the Justice League.
No, it's not. I can tell you, it's almost a whole different movie because there's like it's almost like watching something different because there's a lot of scenes. All the scenes that Joss Whedon filmed are gone, and there's a lot of extra scenes that are added in that really flesh out. Like I see why Ray Fisher was raised in such hell about how he was treated because Cyborg gets like they take their. I think you'll like it, but it is a long sit. My thing is, I would wait until I would split it up. They should have just split it up into the 4 parts like they said they were going to do. Because when you see like part 1 and then part 2, I would stop and take a break because it feels long just sitting through, and it is like 4.5 hours long. But it is different. It's not that you're not going to watch it and be like, I've already seen this before. I'm bored.
Now, question. Now, where did you watch it on? What did you watch it on? Is it on
HBO Max?
Okay, HBO Max. So HBO Max has it. Okay, all right. So I'll probably spend a few dollars and go watch it. Again, like I said, okay. CNN says 6.6. That's what I'm saying because the news. Okay, so like this is what I'm looking at. But I get what Kev is talking about. But when they look at it, like we know Jordan, when they look at it, like when they look at people, they look at the net worth that is tied to them, what's tied to them. So if he was signing a contract deal, because hang on, let me show you. Hang on, let me show you real quick. Because what they're looking at was his stocks, right? And looking at his stocks, hang on, let me show you. So when you're looking at his stocks, okay. Oh, all right. So the jump is largely attributed to West's sneakers and apparel brand Yeezy, which is currently valued between 3.2 billion and 4.7 billion by UBS Group AG. Now, what they're saying is, and that's why I said, you notice they didn't put in his music, the rapper. Okay, they didn't put in the artist. They're looking at the Yeezy brand itself, which is 3.2, and the shoes and the clothes, which is international deal. So by that, it's like, Kanye, you are now worth your resources and stuff. Your children will never work, bro. Your children will never work. So long as, that's why I said, Kim, where are you gonna go, baby? Where's Kim gonna go? Because literally you're tied. I mean, she can leave. I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess she can, but I mean, honestly, the brand itself, of the name of the Yeezy brand itself, by itself is a fortune. That's like Milton Bradley or other shit. They're gonna look at the name itself and say like, okay, like this is what it's worth. So I get what Kev is saying, but I'm also looking at like, how the stuff that he's attributed to, like we know Jordan don't own no goddamn Jordans. That's Nike, but his name is tied to the brand, the shoe, just like LeBron. LeBron is tied to Nike, as well as he has LeBron, but technically it's Nike still. It's still Nike. They're actually the same goddamn sneaker, just goddamn different brands.
And it don't matter because nobody want no damn bronze shoes either.
Be nice.
People are more interested in the Scottie Pippen remakes. Bring back the old school remake. They come back. Yeah, I read a rumor. You know me, I'm kind of a sneakerhead on the download, but I was reading an article that the Scottie Pippen's about to recover, but also the those BK those pumps by the Patrick Ewings, like a retro Patrick Ewing is about to hit. Woo! I'm saving my money.
See, now, like I said, so that's why I can understand why they said that Kanye West broke history, because that literally is the biggest contract deal. But, we're looking at stocks, and when we're looking at stocks, listen, and GameStop jumped up. God damn it! Ain't no way y'all gonna tell me that Kanye can't jump up. No, Kanye. Because literally his clothing brand is worldwide now. It's literally.
Well, I mean, like anything else, people can laugh all they want. I mean, we look at his fashion and stuff and laugh, but there are people that will collect anything. And like I said, like his shoes, people look at his shoes and clown them, and then other people go, and as soon as they're released, because they're limited too, people go and pay $500, $600, $700 or $2,000 for them, or $5,000 for them on eBay because they missed out on the limited release. Because people like to collect things that not a lot of people have. So you may not wear them shoes because they look stupid, but you're gonna have them on the display pedestal up in your crib. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you got fuck me money.
Yeah, he was not lying. He said, "Yo, there's a difference about having that Yeezy money. Yeah, there's a difference about that, buddy. Like if you got that Yeezy
that's
money."
The thing. I don't think people truly understand. Yeezy don't really make stuff for regular people. His shoes are not made for you to go out on your court and play your little one-on-one games with
basketball and shit. No, that's never what his shoes or stuff. He is a fashion mogul. That is what he is. I know y'all like to say no, he's not. Yes, the fuck he is.
Yeah, his shoes are made for what they call whales. He makes those shoes. They'll make like 3,000 of them, and all 3,000 will sell because you'll have dudes in Korea that are sitting on, fat stacks of cash that just got to have them just simply because only 3,000 other people in the world don't have them. It's just, and they got the money. They got the money. They're like, you know what? I just bought a new Lamborghini, but here, so that's who he makes his shoes for. He don't make them for us. He make them for folks that just got money just to burn to keep their house warm.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Because who's gonna pay that kind of money for you?
There will be people. Shaquille O'Neal's children, literally, one of his sons went broke trying to buy goddamn Yeezy's sneaker. She said, "Why did you buy your daddy's sneaker, Mom? You're talking about Kanye West sneaker." I'm just sorry, like that's just how it works. Like his sneaker is not made for the common man.
Collective are a thing. Collective markets are truly a thing. Like even me, I collect like Transformers, for example, and they do these re-releases. They've been doing re-releases of the original G1 issue Transformers from 1985, but they do them in what they call small batches, right? So they only make 800 and release that, and that's the only thing the license is for. 800 of the 1985 Optimus Prime or the 1987, Bumblebee, right?
Right.
Well, then they sell it for like $200, and before you can get to the web, they tell you, all right, it's gonna go on sale on March 27th at 11 a.m. on this website. Get it while you can, and those websites crash every time, and people buy them, and within an hour you see them on eBay for 500, 600, 700% markup of what you could have bought it for. It costs $200 if you had managed to get in there and grab one, but now you got to pay $3,000 to get one, and those are bidding wars on eBay because they know there's a market for just those people to say, I'm one of the 800. It makes people feel good to be part of like what they consider like an elite.
The elite, yeah. Shout out to the Pony Nation.
And that's where Yeezy's smart. Like you said, everybody keeps slipping on him like he's crazy. He's crazy like a fox, maybe. Kanye is a brilliant marketing tactician. He knows how to sell himself.
And that's why when like I told people, like, listen, y'all, when everybody, I don't always agree with Kanye, but goddamn it, listen, man, I've never thought crazy to say Kanye's out. When y'all say shit like that, y'all never know what that person might be or have got going for them. Now you're looking at, again, he is now the top, he broke history. You know what I'm saying? And what they're going to do.
I'm saying right now, I predict that, assuming he wants to, I believe that we will see Kanye West president one day.
The reason why I say that is because they're going to keep looking at his deals are going to keep going up. As long as they got the illustrious elite, they'll keep on funding stocks into him. His hands are dipped into everything. And you better pray to God he don't get into politics. You don't pray to God he don't get all that other stuff, which he seems like he's dipping his money into all of those multifaceted things. So it's going to be hard to slow that man down.
Oh, this year that was testing the water. He was just putting his toe in the water just to see what the temperature was. I'm telling you, that's why he didn't throw a lot at it. He just made a kind of an effort to get on the ballot just to see what kind of smoke it would kick up in the political range. And it was enough to say that honestly, people have run for president on less and won. So, I guarantee. I think in a few years we're gonna see. Not a few years, but in our lifetime, if Black Jesus say the same, I think we're probably gonna see Kanye. If he don't win presidency, he's gonna get so close to it, it's gonna be scary.
Yeah, I mean, let's compare him to Trump. What is really the difference?
More money.
Exactly.
Except for the money part, what's the real difference? There is none. People think they both crazy. Well, Kanye's about to have an ex-wife, depending. But they're both savvy businessmen, and just when you think they out, they still winning.
To win. And I honestly feel like Kanye's got more money than Trump does at this point.
No, he did. He did before before when he came out on Forbes, like I said, he's already surpassed all the rappers. He's already surpassed all of them. Like again, I don't know what Kim is going to do. That is literally she's at a glass ceiling when it comes to them because literally you will never find another man that makes more money than you.
I don't even think that, honestly, between you and me, I don't even think they really break it up.
I don't think so.
I think it's another carefully constructed public. I mean, they know how to play the publicity. That's their whole game.
Oh, both of them. Oh, yeah, both of them. Yes, they do. They are very smart at that.
They know how to keep their name. And the Kardashian show is ending. Now they're getting a divorce. They're going into their final season. Sounds like a reason for people to tune in. Like I said, these people know how to manipulate us. Because it just like when people was clowning Kanye for going to Trump and wearing his MAGA hat, and I'm a wear my MAGA hat and be a Trump supporter, and everybody's like, oh, Kanye's canceled. Then he dropped an album and it was #1 like for the next 6 weeks.
Right. Imagine that. Like Kanye does
Negroes. I'm telling you, he knows how to play us.
They got Tekashi 69, we got Kanye. So I mean, like, let it make sense. Like it just it is what it is. But I gotta say,
Tekashi, and he's banking too. For some reason, these clowns keep, we clown on them, and they keep making money hand over fist. They keep rising up. It's like them old little balloons you used to punch when you were a kid, where it goes over and it comes right back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And remember, Beyonce and Jay-Z too. Remember that whole thing when Jay-Z talked about him cheating, and that was this big hoopla, and they thought that Beyonce was going to leave Jay-Z. They played that for that controversy all the way to the bank.
Exactly. Like,
Johnny with the good hair or whatever it was.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like I said, the thing about it is when it comes down to Kim knows doggone well. She know her husband. She knows her husband. And so that is your position. Listen, my wife know damn well I got PTSD. So granted, listen, I still make the money. I still take care of the stuff. Yes, I got my loony ways. I don't give a shit. But guess what? I'm not going away. And listen, many times I be telling her, listen, like what's that damn that damn show, The Honeymooners, where the guy said, one of these days, Lois, you can say that all you want. And I will one day do a show about that. You can keep saying it. But sometimes you got to have that one person that can deal with that level of intensity. So granted, yeah, Kim is not perfect. Neither is Kanye. But that is her husband. So how everybody thinks they can perceive them telling her what she need to be doing with her husband, Kim, right now, your best place is for you. I mean, you can't say he don't care about his children. You can't ever say he don't care about you. Literally, the man said during the show, he said, I don't like my wife wearing those clothes. Now, a lot of people were like, well, what's wrong? Why is he trying to control? That's his wife. So if he says he wants his wife not to look a certain type of way, that's for him and his wife. So that literally ain't him being disrespectful or crazy. Kanye's crazy. I saw people try to say that dumb shit. No. Some things you want private in the bedroom. And you know what's crazy? Interesting thing about it? Kim came back and literally said, but mind you, sometimes she be saying some dumb shit like, I pee on myself when I can't move my dress. Kanye literally said, you shouldn't say that on TV. You shouldn't be telling people you pee on yourself. How is that crazy? I be trying to tell y'all people be thinking Kanye is crazy all the time. He's not. He just says things like, understand this. People thought Albert Einstein was crazy because Albert Einstein thought differently. You understand me? People that are geniuses do not think how people. If y'all look up the genius spectrum, I know people gonna say Kanye is a genius. Yes, actually, he is a genius. Literally, like his stuff has literally shaped how people study music. He sees music. It's something I forgot what it's called. It's where people see music. So they don't see it how we see it or hear how we hear it. That's how he sees the world through music. So that's literally that in a sense, that's his geniuses.
Well, so you realize these people are calculating. We've seen it. they don't say or do anything in public that isn't metered down to, you know what I mean, that isn't intentional. They don't make mistakes. See, people think, I mean, these people have had their own TV shows. They edit the stuff that they say. You think that they're gonna just sit there off the cuff and make some sort of statement that's gonna destroy their brand or their money or hurt them? No, everything they say is deliberate because they know you're gonna go and hit the algorithms and people Google searches gonna skyrocket 300% for the name Kanye for this, that, and the other when they say something.
Again, you go ahead.
Yeah, it's just basically controversy creates cash, and they know it's expected for Kanye to say something crazy and off the cuff. They expect it, even with the whole thing when he said slavery was a choice. He knew what he was saying, and he knew how they were going to respond.
But the thing about it, see, that's the thing about it. It's so controversial about that. It's the thing about it is you can either choose to fight or you could choose to stay. You could choose to fight or you could choose to stay. And yes, I know some people take it as that's irresponsible. But then after that, I actually got to see the whole thing that was actually said. The whole thing. And see, you got to be careful with the media. Because then when you actually go check out the media, they were cutting out TMZ, shame on you motherfuckers. Because they were cutting out snippets of what he was saying in there. And that goofy, bald-headed black dude should say that, Kanye. Should say that. He's like, dude, he went over and explained everything to him, right? About exactly what he was saying. And the guy understood, oh, okay, Kanye, I get what you're saying. So literally, that's the thing that kind of gets me when it comes to sometimes the media will play you. Like everybody thinks Kodak Black is stupid, right? But nobody's ever sat down and listened to Kodak Black. So then when you actually start looking at who's been writing the songs, they were Kodak Black. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you gotta be careful who are the machines that fuel the narrative of the stuff. People try to write narratives about me. Kevin, y'all who know me and actually watch me, y'all start to, oh, no, that's not BMT. Nah, man, he's crazy. He rambles. He says all kind of crazy stuff. Do you really listen to him? People think that I beat up on black men, but I just now went off on that woman and that kid, that young man for what they did to that father. Same thing. I go off on men about unaccountability. I go off on the left and I go off on the right. I am very fair about my decisions about what I make. You know? So
yeah. I just went through that yesterday.
Like I said,
anti-black. I was like, wow.
Like I said, coming up later, I plan on talking about whenever I get a chance. And God knows I'm going to cut up like a motherfucker. I plan on shout out to Saka Pasa, shout out to my Haitian brother, shout out to Sister Asada Muhammad, shout out to Heat 777. I plan on sitting down and talking about Derek Jackson, the street preacher, the Hotep preacher. I don't know why y'all were surprised, but I will talk about it. Everybody's like up in arms. Listen, if preachers get caught cheating and they still be having full-on church the next Sunday, best believe Derek will go on with his life. Y'all women trying to say that woman is going to leave. Why would she leave a millionaire man? And literally this narrative that somehow they're going to take half of everything. No, okay. Y'all good luck with that. She knew, if anything, they need to get with Tyler Perry, go get a book signing deal, and literally go have a gospel tape, and also get with Kurt Franklin and go on a gospel tour. I can help promote it, but literally y'all going to have to pay me. So, yeah, we're going to have to see how that's going to play out with those two people. But Derek Jackson, I mean, honestly, I don't care about it. I don't care what he does. He's a grown man. So
the thing is, if she was smart, she would do like Beyonce, Jay-Z did. You use that, make people think that they're gonna break up, but then stay together and make a killing off of it.
See, that's how I would do. That's how I would do. Like I said, you got to know how to play the system. See, girl, like I said, I'm gonna teach y'all women how to play the system. This is why grandma knew how to play the game better than these young girls that's so quick to run to the courthouse. Because see, grandma will literally say, "It's okay. Yeah, you cheat on me, Earl, but I'm gonna still get them checks. You can cheat on me, but I'm still gonna get the milkman. I'm still gonna get with the pastor. You can do what you do." Grandma had her way.
Exactly.
Grandma had her way. So, like I said, that's how I got. Grandma knew everything. Grandma knew everything going on in the house. So, trust and believe that. I sat there plenty of times, thought she was watching The Price was Right. Now she was waiting for her man to get off his shift, but she knew you gonna work the double shift. That woman wasn't stupid. Like I said. But we'll see you guys later. Shout out to everyone for coming on through. This is BMT. Brother Speak, you want to shout out your channel? And god damn it, let's see, we got to shout out the channels. What else do we have that we haven't gotten done? Nothing else? Okay. Well, other than that, you guys, I'll see you guys later. My name is BMT. Thank you guys for coming on through. Shout out to all the people that different came through. Shout out to everyone who pretty much got to put in their time of what they're doing. Let's see who else.
Hey, you want me to shout out my channel?
Yeah, shout out your stuff. You got.
Oh, all right. Hey, check me out, the Bro Speak podcast. I just talk about Black issues. I'm going to have a podcast coming on later today. I was accused of being anti-Black, and because I told people I was anti-community and more of an individualist. So that's going to be what I'm going to be talking about today, later on.
Okay.
So check me out on YouTube, Bro Speak Podcast. So.
Okay, that sounds really dope. Okay, guys, make sure y'all check out his podcast. Again, you guys, like I said, we definitely have a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. You guys definitely are going to enjoy. I am going to be doing the Derek Jackson one. I guess everybody's all up in arms about it. I don't really give a shit. Honestly, I think it's a money grab. We already understand people like controversy. Shout out to Long Griffey and for doing the Kevin Samuels trope. Fam, you did that one very well. It was very funny. I enjoyed that one. Like I said, he definitely did some numbers for that one. So other than that, you guys, we'll see you guys later. Y'all take care. This is BMT. Bye-bye. Now I gotta go watch the Justice League. Oh God, this is